Hello and welcome to another episode of my Kepler series of builds, where in my personal lore of the over-engineered mission playthrough, I sit the board down, or not the board, the design team down and be like, yo, I'll talk to the board. I'm going to get you the kitchen sink budget. We're not going to build one ship, we're going to build 5 ships. One for each of your ideas that specializes in that, so that we can cover all the bases, all the customers. Everybody is going to have a ship for them in our new Kepler line, our Kepler line of S ships. As an aside, if you get the unideal outcome of this particular quest, you end up with this, the Kepler R, which is an unoptimized piece of crap that misses all the marks except maybe as a science vessel, but it has an opportunity to you as a player because you get yourself a Class C ship to build off of. It just starts off as an embarrassment, and to think Mr. Stroud's gonna fly around in this piece of crap. No, we built him a Stroud SS, a Kepler SS. He go fly in that one. If you get the ideal circumstance, you end up with the Kepler S, which is a much smaller, simpler, skeletonized frame of a ship. Doesn't even have engines. It's something to build off of, and it's supposed to be the everyman ship. Well, we've turned the everyman ship into a specific ship on today's episode. The fighter. Welcome to Stroud. The fighter ship. Well, the Kepler we have some SX. Now, you see, this ship was quite a bit interesting to build on the basis that I have a lot of experience building fighting ships in this game, obviously, because that's what we as players use them for. And, well, the second thing is, wait, what was the second thing? What was I talking about here? It's one of the few ships, oh yeah. It's built up in such a way that it's one of the few ships, like it's built in a way I would actually build a ship in this game if I wanted a kick-ass fighting ship. This is the ship I would build. This is the ship I would turn the Kepler into. The HAB selection, the specs, all that stuff. If we look at it, what's it got? It's got a full... Where'd the reactor stat just go? The reactor stat just disappeared. Oh, it's up there. It has the 39B reactor. It's Class B. It's got 52 equip. How many buffs do I have right now? Oh no, 52 is the total everything else. Anyway, I have reactor buffs. And I would have even more reactor buffs with 8 crew. We got 8 crew, 30 jump range, 100 mobility, 140 speed, reasonable mass, 2240 cargo. 22 vanilla cargo. That's up there with like the shield breaker and the Star Eagle. So, I personally am at a point in the game where I'm not humping all my resources with me. I leave them at my outpost. I grab my cargo ship if I want to grab my resources and do outposting. And of course, we have all sorts of particle cannons. This is a late game build. It's all about the particle cannons. Everybody knows those are the best weapons in the game. You put particle cannons on there, you're good to go. And we have 2 sets of them. So, we have these, the PBO 175 auto heli beams. Yes, I know there's Vanguard ones that are better, but part of the lore of this build is that we don't have access to specialty military components. We're just using what the Star Yard by default would have. So these are one of the best Class B weapons. 24 damage times 2 with a fire rate of 6. They freaking spit it out there. Now, the only thing bad about the auto Hellion beams is they have like a magazine capacity. So as you're firing, they'll just stop firing at some point because they need to recharge. Well, that's when we bust in these, the backups. See, this is a fighting ship. So not only do we have our main cannons, we have our backup cannons. These ones only have a fire rate of 2.5, hull damage 50. There's 2 of them. So the DPS is going to be lower due to the lower fire rate, but they're, 2 of these is 24, roughly equivalent to 4 of those. They're just going to fire slower. So that's great. We have 2 different particle cannons. These ones with their slower fire rate, they will never stop firing. They go boom, recharge, boom, recharge, boom, recharge. They'll just keep going. And of course, for a combat vessel, we might want to commandeer. We might want to appropriate enemy vessels. So to do that, we got ourselves some suppressors. Now these are only the nullifier 1750 suppressors. But hear me out here, because if we go to the weapons section and we find the equivalent Class B suppressors, where are they? We gotta go find them. Up in the Class B. Not there yet. Not there yet. So this is what you have for Class B suppressors. This guy that uses 6 power. How about no? This guy that uses 3 power. So these are the equivalent Class B suppressors. Right? They use 3 power. These use 3 power. These have 47 electromagnetic damage. What? The Class A ones have 48. Now, is that just me? Is that just a buff? These are design rank 2. These are design rank 3. So these, in theory, are actually higher-end suppressors. There's no reason to use the Bs. Range 880, the same. Oh, the A's have a 1.5 fire rate, whereas the B's only 1.25. Hull 2, hull 5. Okay, so they have less hull. They give you less that. Crew capacity is the same. So these are objectively, these Class A versions are better suppressors. There are Class A weapons that fire so freaking fast and just keep going that, well, they're good to go. Now, being not a cargo vessel, not a science vessel, we didn't give it as much jump range. We gave ourselves some nicer lines here using these Nova Cowlings that perfectly meld into the Ulysses HE3 tanks that have 100 jump range, and we have 2 of that. 200 jump range, that's pretty much getting you anywhere you need to go into this this galaxy. I don't understand why some of the tanks are so big. I think that's just for bragging rights, because like if you put 200 jump range in your ship, I've yet to be limited. Like maybe the odd time I get a red line and I have to do 2 jumps, whatever, we're fine. Talking about jumps, we of course have max, what do we have down here? 30, because it's a lighter ship. We don't need as heavy duty a grav drive, and of course my buffs bolster me so I can get 30 jump out of a 30 grav drive. We just have the right weight ratio, the Aurora 12G. And then of course we have a 35 reactor, right? Or no, a 39 reactor, which is 1 down from the best you can get. So pretty much, you know, unless you have a big heavy ship and you need the bigger grav drives, there's no reason to build Class C for a lot of things. This Dog Star right here has 39. We glitch that into one of these mid bracers. We have a bit of clipping glitch here. But that's okay because we just cover that up with a radiator. Now we don't have the dual radiators going on here. That grav drive gives us a bit of clippy glitch here, which covers nicely with that equipment plate, which is just there for like aesthetic dress. This particular ship adds the Nova Galactic radiators in place of the Stroud engine bracers. So that's the reason why we only have like 1 on the top, because we have heavier duty side ones, lore. We keep a similar engine configuration with the SA 5110 in the middle, which is the lower version of the SA. That's the stock one that comes with it. It's not as good. There are other SAE Center B engines like that are better, but it just takes the edge off. Now, unfortunately, because we have 1 Class B engine, we don't get max top speed. But that's okay. 140 is good enough. I wanted to do something a little bit different here, so I wanted to keep the triple engine configuration like that. On the sides, though, however, we go with the Slayton 4330s. These are very famous, legendary Class A engines. One of the most powerful engine sets in the game if you use 6 of them. We compromise for aesthetic and vibe here. We have a single reverse engine because in theory, this thing should be maneuverable enough with 1 engine. Like it actually matters when you're playing the game. All my Kepler builds have reverse engines. We figure this is a lighter ship. We don't need as much reverse capacity. You know, even the luxury ship only has 2 engines just for the sake of like, you know, stroking the ego and saying, look at that. I didn't add any extra side thrusters because these Stroud caps have thrusters built onto them. So that's part of the party. Underneath, we had to go with a quad set of Aculanders. Kind of, you know, the original Kepler had landers out here, which kind of made sense, just the shape of it, because you got a lot of mass hanging out here. But we're going to assume that these landers aren't in a bad position, because we got more mass back here that's going to balance this sticky outy bit. This stuff's going to be relatively light compared to everything that's at the back. That should keep the ship balanced, so we don't have to worry about that. This game's weird. You could put all the landers on one side and it would, like, it would still work and land and all that stuff. It's funny like that. Our cargo bays are hidden. I want to do a little bit of aesthetic. Oh, I used I don't know how to pronounce that word. I used the 1000s. 2 1000s hidden inside of Stroud cowlings. So you see a little bit of peep right here. Just a little bit of that peeping out, but I thought it was tasteful enough I let it slide. So let us take a look inside. Keeping with some of the original Kepler vibes, we again on this ship kept the stock docker position. Even though I always found it was unideal for different designs, whatever. We kept it up top there. It's a fighting ship. Might not move a lot of cargo through the docker. Might move more cargo landed on a pad. But that comes into what I do believe is a storeroom. We drop down into a 3x1 all-in-one berth. We need, like, crew capacity. We have 8 crew. We need places for everybody, right?
Have any new books for
4
me?
beds, a washroom, little light recreation. Those are all fallen down. Kitchen table. It's all good. No actual living area in this place.
I hope Cora doesn't get
He's
too
gonna
much underfoot.
say something to me and block my way through the door. Dude. Okay, thank you. We go offside here to another all-in-one berth. Now, you know, we could flip this. And it'll put another little kitchenette area here, but I try to compartmentalize my kitchens, just be like, okay, we only need one cooking area. Instead, we'll get another little table area, another 4 beds. Now we have beds for everyone in our crew, making this actually a fairly optimized ship. Oh, and another washroom. Sometimes in shipbuilding, it's hard to get enough washrooms for everybody. We go this way. Hey, another washroom. This is the captain's quarters. Everybody has a bed. Everybody could be sleeping all at once if we want to. Ship this powerful, maybe we can get away from it. Or get away with it. We move towards the front. This is a control center. Pretty standard issue on a combat ship, because that's one of the ways we bolster our crew count. Between that and the cockpit, we can fit 8. We have 8 seating positions. Because of course the Stroud cockpit has 4 crew capacity. And
Sorry.
then, well, there's my seat.
Something else.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, the
Whoa.
way you handle things, not bad.
What?
Not bad.
He just like ran into the wall and sent a book. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. I'll take your word for it. Now in the control area. And it's kind of nice that it's here, because sometimes I don't like it when we have triple ladders or ladders that go down 2 decks, because you fall down and you hurt yourself. I like to stagger my ladders if I can, but sensically, this ship doesn't have 100% the best layout. Like this docker, you have to go through the hab. But then this is kind of like a main area here, you know. Let's assume
Reading good books lately?
we could put like some sort of like slider or something here, just to kind of, you know, if people are trying to sleep, anyone over here, we don't want them to be bothered. But if there's anyone trying to sleep on shift, they can go offside here. So not a big deal that that's there. We have a freezer, so I guess that's okay that it's here. We drop down, we have an engineering bay. That's pretty standard also on all my fighter ship builds. That's standard on almost all my ship builds. Almost all my ship builds, I try to put an engineering bay. Now, the Kepler doesn't really allow for it in all the other builds, like we could if we wanted to, but we give up other stuff that make them be as featured as they're supposed to be. I feel like all ships should have an engineering bay because you need air filters, you need air scrubbers, you need water processing, water tanks. You know, that stuff all has to go somewhere. Ships that don't have engineering bays don't really make lore sense to me. We go to the rear of the engineering bay, we have another storeroom, and then there's our lander. Pretty simple. Just living areas, control areas, all the areas. Are you running out of words to say, bud? Yeah, I think I might. Let's go tear this thing down and I'll show you how it goes together. And here we go. Ship absolutely exploded down to its base habitats. I'm going to start with color because you're going to notice this is a nice army green and black. So what did we do here? It's a blue-black, actually. Kind of like the Varun uses on their ships. It's a custom. So, okay, we have to pretend to edit and then go back, edit again. Wait, no, we have to blip, yeah, okay. Now edit again. Yeah. So the green here, I do believe is a stock green that's available. It's no, actually. What? Why is that being yellowish? Okay, well, I found myself an army green anyway, and a blue-black. I just started with this color, made it like a bit darker, shifted it towards the blue spectrum. We got ourselves a bluish black, even though you can barely see the blue. But it's okay. I thought that aesthetic worked well. I did a ship in like gray and army green before, and yeah, it looked very military. This is a military ship. I wanted it to make it more darker with the idea like it's harder to see in space physically, but you know, I think everything's with sensors these days, so it doesn't matter. Exploded down to its habs. What is this? That's a storeroom on top. The storeroom's on top of a 3x1 all-in-one berth. 2x1 captain's quarters placed there. And like these were selectively placed so that we got the internals that we wanted. All-in-one berth there. Control station out in front. Engineering bay. Storeroom. Straight ass forward. Straight ass forward. The least complicated ship, maybe. And then our lander goes right there. And then an engine goes right there. And then I'm pretty sure that lander goes right there. And then another lander. Am I getting this right? A lander. I guess I'm gonna find out. Another lander. Dude, didn't you just like take this thing, put it apart together again? Yeah, well. The rear end of the ship is the most straightforward. Got our wicked cooling capacities there. Let's get some engine mounts into place. Just like that. Let's get some engines into place. These guys. Let's put these guys where they belong. Let's get more nose pieces into place. Or wait. We're doing this wrong. We need to put the lower nose on first. Because we do have a glitch here. I forgot to mention. We're using the Dogstar 28T, the Dogstar 1500. It is pretty much the best shield generator in the game because there's only one that's more powerful, the 1600, but it has less regen rate and like twice the mass. It's just not worth it for what you get unless you have a Class C. Just make it everything as good as possible. Dogstar is good. The only thing that sucks about it is you can't put it on top, so you got to put it offside. I'm hiding the shield generator in all these builds, so flip, glitch. It hides nicely in the wing. There's not a single little bit of it peeping out. So that was perfect. And of course, we could put more wing on the front here, just like that. Let's just go ahead and stick our Docker into place just to get it done. So what? I didn't have anything hiding. Usually I hide the steel generator in there. Let's throw that cockpit into place. I do believe this engine's going to go into place without any glitches. Yeah. So far, this is turning out to be one of the most straightforward builds. Let's get our cargo hold there. And then the cowling that goes over top of it. Flip, 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 flip. A glitch. That's a hole. Almost. This side of the ship done. No, we're not done yet. Wait. We need our second level before we can put that into place. Let's throw the mid-blazers. Blazers. Key term, they are blazers, not bracers, into place. Then we can stick this wing on there. And then we can stick an EM generator on the wing. Then we can stick a cannon on the wing. Is that how I had it before? I don't remember. It's close enough. I kept the Hope Tech pipes just to finish off the end there. We got ourselves some fuel tank. Careful not to hit the fuel tank. I don't think the EM pulse is gonna hurt the fuel tank. I've always like been iffy about putting like EM pulse cannons like close to anything. It's like, oh geez, that could knock out your electronics. Maybe we want to have that more forward. You know, we could put that there, and then if we move this up, you know, that might work. That might work. I don't know. It's all aesthetic, bud. It's all aesthetic. The game doesn't care. So we could go ahead and maybe chuck the other side on now. You know? Slap that there. Clip, 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 clip. Flip, 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 flip. Glitch. This entire assembly here. Come on. Copy it. Cop. What? Oh, they're not attached. They're not technically attached together. We can throw that into place. These guys all are. All in one chunk. Might as well. Everything just goes together. Look at that. Look at that. This is a rather fast assembly, lacking in glitches and specialities. We have a gun that goes there, and I set them back. We have 2 points here. We can set it back. And you know, if we really wanted to be weird, we could probably do something like that and basically make a single turbo cannon. You know what I mean? They kind of glitch into each other well enough that I might for fun actually just leave that like that. It's just one big turbo cannon. Just more power. More power out of the one cannon. We'll have to delete the lower ones. Even though it was kind of a nice aesthetic having 4 of them up and down. But for the lulz, for now, we'll just have a turbo cannon. Now we just have to put these guys into place. Reactor, sit there, press our duplication button. It didn't want to work. If we move this offside, we can kind of see when it works. Yeah, there, it worked. We're going to do the same thing here. Let's just shove that aside for now real quick. Flop down, dupe it down. There we go. I'll just cover up that crap and cover up that crap. And we're nominal. That's a fun little weapon glitch right there. A fun little weapon glitch. Wonder where else we could use that glitch. Why are you giving me this notification? I didn't change anything, really. So what's left to do? Take it into battle, bud. See how much it pones.
We have a state-of-the-art R&D department.
Note to self. Do not try...
What's on your mind?
Sam and Cora were standing right here. Do not try to get past them by jumping over the chair. No.
Ahoy, Captain.
Do not try... No, for frick's sakes. A game that you need to use cheats to play. Because stuff's gonna happen that will ruin your day. That rhymes. That rhymes so appropriately. Just need to get the ship off the docker so we could double check our power ranges, right, buds? That said, that's the only downside about this. We're like so strapped. We don't have enough power to turn everything on. So we can leave our main like dual turbo cannons ready here. That's freaking hilarious. Maybe I should just, or no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, let's just go pop over to the Crixie boy there and yeah, blow up some pirates. Let's go blow up some pirates in the Crixie boy. Let's go blow up some pirates in the Crixie boy. In which we are gonna have to quickly turn on our weapons. Blowing up. All right, here we go. We can't use both that and EM. Wait, where is everybody? Oh, I know where everybody is. I already came here to test this ship.
How you doing, sweet pea?
So
Well, I'm okay.
they're all gone already.
It'd be a lot better.
Oh boy. Okay. After an extended wait time, the pirates are back at Creeks. Can I shoot him from here? No? Oh yeah. Oh jeez.
Their grab drive. Nice. They just lost their grab drive.
They're deleted. I'm not even using both weapons. If I use both, deleted,
Down.
deleted,
They've got no shield.
deleted.
Go get them. Target's grab drive is offline. Nice work.
You know, we have the handy thing where we could use our thrusters while using... Are we done already? We're done already. Absolutely deleted. And of course, they won't let us delete this, right? I've never tried hailing these.
Hail acknowledged. Duck where you like.
Really? I thought they weren't very happy with me. I just blew up all their ships. Maybe I should go... Well, pirate hunting. Like, if we just waltz in there now after destroying all the ships, are they going to give us some props? Or are they going to be hostile? I don't know. That's beyond the scope of this video. Now, one interesting piece of information that I got prepared for this video is that I haven't necessarily remembered to discuss in all of my Kepler build videos is the value. So, if I look at my documentation here, this is actually the most expensive of all the Kepler S ships. The Kepler SS, the luxury ship, was $396,000. This one is more expensive at $450,982. $450,000 for this ship. It is not insignificant, but it is a professional, heavy-duty grade military ship. The cargo ship was $306,000. The exploration vessel was $312,000. The last vessel I'm going to discuss, I'm not going to divulge it here, but in perspective, the stock Kepler ship without any armament, anything going for it, was $153,000. So we're raising our budgets here, but they're scalable. A $300,000 cargo ship, that makes sense for some serious cargoneers. And this ship here, well... And the luxury ship, we have a couple models in the Kepler line that are the best of the best. And that's part of the point, to try to scratch that luxury, that heavy duty, that itch to make things really good. And where am I going with this? I don't know. I stream on Kick. If you go there, you can watch VODs me doing stuff. Otherwise, like, subscribe, and come back for more. There's one more ship left.